All right, good morning. So let's have a review. So organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the study of carbon. So all compounds that contain carbon is under the study of organic chemistry. So biochemistry is a study or another branch of chemistry where it deals with organic compounds and how they are being used in human body or what are their functions in human body. We have the organic compounds are basically those carbon containing compounds and also bonded with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. So the main character of this um, subject is carbon. Carbon is the sixth element in the periodic table. It is non-metallic and it is a tetravalent. So meaning it can make four covalent bonds. So this is the electronic configuration of carbon. And since in its electronic configuration, it's not capable of making four bonds, so that's why it hybridizes itself. It has three different hybrids. We have the sp, sp2, and the sp3. It depends upon what type of bond is being formed. So if it's only for single bond, then it turns into sp, hybridizing. If it forms two bonds, then it's an sp2. If it forms three bonds, then it will have the sp3. So this is their shape. So because of their shape, they are capable of making those bonds. So there are two types of atomic bonding. Wala mong gusto internet atong agi sa una klase. So we have the pi bond and the single bond. The pi bond is side to side, while the sigma bond is a head-on or head-to-head overlapping. So when there's an overlapping of the orbital, it means there is a bond formed. So it's either side to side or head to head. So there are different types of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are basically the component of a organic compound. It is made up of carbon and hydrogen. So we have the aliphatic and the aromatic. The difference between the aliphatic and the aromatic is that in aliphatic, there is no specific arrangement between the single bond, double bond, or triple bond. But in aromatic hydrocarbon, there is a specific arrangement. It should be an alternating single double bond. So let's start with naming the aliphatic hydrocarbon. The aliphatic hydrocarbon is divided into three groups. The first group is called the alkane group. So the alkane group are the simplest organic molecules consisting only of carbon and hydrogen with only single bonds between the carbon to carbon atoms. So, and every carbon can only see one bond. So kay single bond man siya, unsa nga orbital ang iyahang gi-create or unsa nga hybrid sa orbital ang iyahang gi-create. Anybody? Unsa nga hybrid of orbital ang iyang gi-create for alkane group? Ayo. Nga nang off naman mo kuan tanan mic.
SP.
SP, very good. So this is called saturated hydrocarbon because it has the maximum number of hydrogen atoms attached to the carbon. It has a general formula of CnH2n plus 2, where n is the number of carbon atoms. So say, for example, we have C2. There's two carbon atoms, so we have C2H2 times n, so 2 times n plus 4. That means 2 times 2 is 4 plus 4, 6. So, C2H6. Tinanaan siya pag, example, maghimo ko kuan diri ha. Naman ko diri sa taas. Share. Okay. All right. So we have C, N, H, 2, N plus 2. So say for example, N is equal to 2. Then we have C, 2, H, 2 times N, which is 2, is equal to 4 plus 2 is 6. So let's see if it's really true. So how many carbons are there? We have
2.
carbons. So each carbon, since it is in alkane group, it has only one bond between them. So, nanay isa diri, di ba tetravalent ang imuhang carbon. So it could have 4 bonds. So, na siya isa diri, plus isa dira. So, kay wala may carbon dira, we add hydrogen. So, in every lacking bond, we add hydrogen. So, that. And then, dira. And then, kani siya. So, let's see if it's really true. How many carbons are there in this particular molecule?
2.
2. How many hydrogens are there?
6.
So this is correct. So this is how we determine the chemical formula, and this is the molecular structure. Again, this is the molecular formula. This is the molecular structure. So let's go back to our Okay, let's go back to our handouts. So it is this is the general formula. It has an sp, no, not sp3, but sp hybridization, 4 sigma bonds with no pi bond that can be bond to hydrogen or atong siya tama sp3 day siya kay ang iya nam siya 4 ka hydrogen. So ay na siya 3 ka hydrogens. So, if wala siya hydrogen, then kung carbon to carbon lang siya or isa lang yung hydrogen, then pwede siya sp1. So, in this case, kailangan siya yung mga hydrogen. So, generally, sp3 gid siya mapadulong. Dili siya mag-sp, dili siya mag-sp2 or mag-sp lang. sp3 lagi siya diretso. So, these are the examples of a aliphatic alkane group. So, kung makita niyo, every carbon here has single bond. So, when we say structural isomer, they have the same formula, but different structure. So, say, for example, here, you have 4 atoms of carbon in line, while in here, nagsanga na sila. Pero the same number of carbon, the same number of hydrogen. That's what we call structural isomer or just an isomer. So how do we name the alkanes? The rules in naming alkanes. So number 1 is we select the continuous chain in the molecule. So this chain becomes our parent chain. So say for example, I have here C, 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 and then C, 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 C. I have here another C, another C, another C, and another C. So say for example, this is connected to that one. So since they are alkane, all of them have single bond. Kana siya, connect na kadira, connect na kadira. And then, mas ganan kung nakaisa diri. Okay. Now, our first rule is, in naming, is to select the longest continuous chain in the molecule. This is called the parent chain. Use the parent chain name as the base name or the root. The root will depend on the number of carbon atoms in the molecules and ends with A. Meaning, it belongs to the alkane group mo na mag-end siya ane. So, if there's only one carbon, we have meth plus ane, we have methane. If there are two carbons, we have eth plus ane, ethane. If there are three, then we have prop, 4 bute, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hep, 8 oct, 9 non, and 10 dec. Now let's go back to our example. Now, which one is our longest chain? So we will start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Of course, dili na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probable. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, pwede ni siya. Pwede po. Or kani siya ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dili. 6. So, mas either kani siya or kani siya. So, parehas sila 7. We select those that we have less liko. So, kung less liko itong ganahan, kani siya itong more favorable. Then, we enclose it in a box para maklaro na to nga siya itong parent chain. Okay. Nanatay parent chain. So, next rule. Pila ganito ka carbon atom sa itong parent chain? 7. So, hept. So, asa na belong ang group?
Hep.
Asa nga group na belong sa alkane? Ay, sa aliphatic. Is it alkane, alkene, or alkyne?
Alkane.
So, hept plus ane, meaning it belongs to group alkane.
Heptane.
So, naging heptane. So, we go back to our example. So, we have hep. Tanda siya dra. Hep. Really very important. Later on, makabalo mo nga na importante kaya nga itong butang ang pangalan dira daan. Heptane. Ay, ini nga apple.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Sakto na ba lang spelling sa'yo? Wala akong spelling. Ira din. Heptane.
Libro.
Lagi. Na heptenene naman ko. Nonsense ako. Okay, next rule. So we already named our parent chain. Next, every branch of main chain or parent chain is considered as any branch of the main chain is considered to be an attachment or substituent derived from another hydrocarbon. The base name of the attachment is changed by dropping YNA and replacing it or ANA or ENE with YL. It means it belongs to the other group, which is called the alkyl group. The alkyl group are the attachment group. So let's go back there sa ato example. So first thing, wala na kalimot mo, wala pa na kompleto ha. We just identified and later on we will complete na dahil our molecule. So what are our attachments? So natay dire isa. Sirkula na to siya para makita. Kani siya. So how many carbons are there in this attachment?
4.
4?
Ay, sige.
1 ra, ma'am.
Tara. So sa gani ato ang prefix pag isa ra ka carbon? It
Methane.
ANE.
isa ra man. Kunya kay attachment man siya, dili na to siya butang ANE. But by L.
Methyl.
Oh, methyl na din siya, attachment man siya. This one,
Tulo.
tulo. Naglinya ba ng tulo or wala?
Wala.
So kung wala gani siya naglinya, para itong kaganina bitaw, na isomer na siya. So kay na isomer man siya, butangan nato siya og iso.
Isopropyl.
Una na si Juan Casino. How many carbons? How many carbons?
Tulo, ma'am.
Tulo.
Tulo.
So sa gani ang number prefix pag tulo?
Pro. Propyl.
Oh, kay attachment man siya. So sumpayan na to
YL.
YL. isopropyl. Okay, next step. Ay, no. Hindi nyo makita kung next step. Next step. Numbering the pairing chain should start from the side where the attachments are near to give them the west number, dili ni siya west number possible. Least number possible. So, asa tong duol ang attachment, dito ta magsugod. So, let's go back to our example. Asa man nga end, diba, this one end and this the other. Nihang man ka. This is another end. So, which of these two ends, pinaka-near ang ato ang attachment? So, let's start here. 1, 2, attachment. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, taysa pa na ay attachment. So, asay mas near nga end?
Symmetry.
So, this is our first carbon. Second carbon. Third carbon. Fourth carbon. Fifth carbon. Sixth carbon. And the seventh carbon. Saan siya sa ka-7? Ha?
But mo siya number.
Unsa?
But mo siya number.
Yes, para dili ta malikog. Butangan dyan na to siya number. Okay, next. Each attachment has a name and number. For identical attachment, use prefix, di, tri, tetra. So, ganina, wala man tayong mga kwan. So, ito daw butang example de. So, say for example, kani siya din kani si 2, na pag isa kasi dira. So, di ba, another attachment na sa din siya nga gitawag na to og si ni Phil. So, pila na kami Phil at ang kwan. Pila na kami Phil duha. So, di ba, according sa ato ang number, at each attachment has a name and number. For identical attachment, use the prefix di, tri, tetra, and so on. Numbers are separated by commas, while the numbers and letters are separated by dash. Arrange the attachment alphabetically regardless of their number. So we do not focus on the number. We focus on the alphabetical of their names. So kung balikan na to, wala pa ta nagbutang og hydrogen. So before ta mag-arrange, ato sang butangan og hydrogen. So pila ka hydrogen na ani dapat ato idugang. Isa ra man iyang band. Pila kulang. 3. Thank you. 3, di ba? Naman siya isa. 3. Kani siya, pilay kulang niya carbon. Ano siya? 1, 2, wala. Kanina siya isa.
3.
Kanina siya isa. Pilay kulang. Tulog gihapon.
3.
Kani.
2.
Duha.
Wala.
Kani. Wala?
Ay, isa de ay.
Kani.
Wala.
Wala?
Wala, ma'am. Ay, isa de ay, isa.
Isa.
Wala.
Kani.
Then, tolo.
Oh.
Tulo.
Sa baba, 3.
Tolo sad.
Ang ano, dili naman siya mulihok.
Na nahotdag tinta.
Tinta. Okay, kani siya. Pili ang
Duha.
Oha.
Duha po dira.
Before mo mag-name, saan naman ako eh?
Butangan og hydrogen daan.
Butangan sa nato siya hydrogen daan. Di sa ta magbutang og hydrogen while nag-naming ta, kaya dili ta malibat. Kaya ta ibutang man. Duha. Ilahi na tang si hydrogen. 3. Okay, we're done putting the hydrogen. Now, we will arrange the kanang iyang parent, the attachment, yaw naman attachment. So, kinsay mauna, isopropyl or ninghang na siya? Isopropyl or methyl?
Methyl. Ay.
Anong dili man isopropyl? Yes. Kinsay may maguna? Okay. Unsa gani ning iso niya diri? It means there
Rot.
a rearrangement of molecules. Meaning, wala siya naglinya, nagsanga siya. So, meaning, kani sa isopropyl is not really part sa iyang pangalan, but just an
Propyl.
kanang kuan lang siya, kanang
Propyl ang
i-add lang nila
basihan.
siya para kanang nakay
Indicate.
indication nga nag-rearrange siya. So, meaning, si propyl atong basihan. So, kinsay mauna, si PCM.
M.
So, mauna tan M.
Malon.
Asa nga atom, sa ikapila nga carbon, makita ang methyl.
Duha.
Naasa, ikaduha mo, na purpose nga nung nag-number ta din ha, para makabalot tag asa. So, asa na siya sa 2, ug sa another 2. 2. Pila gani siya ka methyl?
Duha. Dimethyl.
Methyl.
Methyl. Dimethyl. Next. Napa ba attachment? 4.
4.
Isopropyl.
Kinsa si iso.
Propyl.
Propyl. Si isopropyl. And then, napa ba attachment?
Wala na.
Wala na. And then, lastly, we have
Heptane.
So this is now the name of our molecule. We have 2,2-dimethyl, 4-isopropyl heptane. Any question?
None.
So, for alkene and alkyne, ako na lang isahon ha. Okay. Parihara na siya. So, the next one, mag-differ lang sila. Parihara gyapon ang process sa atong pag-name sila ha. But, the numbering in the parent chain, mag-differ na siya because na type presence of attachment, double bond, and triple bond. So, kinsay first priority na tani? Di ba kaganina nga puro single bond? Ang atong priority na attachment, asay pinakaduol nga N. So, karon kung may double bond, si double bond na po itong priority. Asa nga end, mas duol si double bond. If in case, duol siya of both ends, ang ato na pong basihan sa pag-select ang attachment. Okay. Balance man ang yung double bond, so dito tayo attachment. Asa ang attachment pinaka-duol. Pero kung nasa triple bond, si triple bond ato ang main nga atong basihan. So, asa nga end, pinakaduol si triple bond, kung pareha sila, equal, both sides, parehang distance ni triple bond, then, basihan na po nato si double bond, kung may double bond. Pero kung walay double bond, basihan nato ang attachment. So, always na last si attachment. So, an example. Okay. Now, where's our parent chain?
Straight.
Okay.
Straight.
Now, always remember, pag naana kay presence ni double bond and ni triple bond, yung anong triple bond mga kadin ha? Okay, so ni isa.
Kanang ka straight.
Pag ano gani double bond and triple bond, ang atom parent chain should contain all the triple bonds and the double bond. Wala ginamuli ko ay dinha. So, kani siyang nag-straight, nag-contain man siya tanan sa double bond o triple bond. So, mora gid natong parent chain, whether we like it or not. So, maskin pag mas taas ni siya din kay tulo na gudi daan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Na may double bond diri, so mas i-prioritize nato na siya din ha. So, this one, and this one, our attachment. Now, how many carbons are there in our parent chain?
9.
9. So, mo diretso na butang diri og kanang kwan, butang na butang diretso diri og nonane. Diretso ba pangalan og nonane ani? Dili.
Lili.
Number nga nanatay double bond, triple bond. So, dili ta mo diretso pangalan sa ato ang parent chain. But, we first identify kinsay first carbon atom nato. So, sa ganito yung rules in assigning number, kung naay triple bond, pangitaw na to asa kapit pinakadool nga end sa triple bond. So, nabay triple bond diri? Kani siya. So, asa nga end siya dool? Diri nga end or diri nga end? So, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Asa nga end siya pinakadool?
Sa right lapit.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dapat, kulangan ko isa kasi. Yara, kasi nang i-reason. Reason sana ako ha. Kaya gusto kong daghan siya C. And then C, double bond. This is our parent chain. So, pulo na nakabuok. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the triple bond is equal in both sides. Yung distance equal 5 ka-atoms diri of carbon, 5 pod ka-atoms diri of carbon. So, dili na ito mabasihan si triple bond. How about pinaka-nearest nga end sa double bond? Di ba natay double bond diri? Natay double bond diri. So, on the first carbon, na din tayo double bond. Diri pod, on the first carbon, na po tayo double bond. Iharagi hapon. Dili ta ka-rely sa triple bond o sa double bond. Then, we go to our attachment. So, 1, 2, 3 attachment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tayo sa pa-attachment. So, asa ta nga mag-una og carbon? Asa ta mag-unag
Sa
number
left lapit.
Dire.
Itong 3 ang attachment.
Okay. So, para ang attachment na to na pinaka-least assigned number. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uy, nung sama na akong 9, 10. So, unsay purpose? Nga nung nag-una matag number kag ganina nag-una tag pangalan tayo sa tanag number. Nga nung unahon na tong number diri tungod kay nanatay double bond and triple bond. Para ini pangalan nato kabaluta asa makita si double bond o si triple bond. So, unsa gito pangalan ani niya? Si pangalan ani niya kaganina? Pila ni ka carbon? 10.
10.
9 ma'am.
10. 10 man ang last raw 10. So, kay 10 man na to ang kwan, ang prefix sa 10 is dec.
Decane.
O na kay kan,
Scene.
diba naman na siya
Design.
dapat decane man dapat siya. Atong tanggalon si NE
Uy.
naman.
Design.
Naman siya double bond o
Nay double bond o triple bond.
As unahan na to si double bond. Deca.
Design.
Asa makita ang double bond?
2.
2.
Asa 1.
Sa 2.
1. Double bond pa
One.
na sunod.
Ay.
1.
1.
Oh, 1.
Asa pag yun? Asa
Sa
pag
5. I did it. 9.
9.
So,
9.
1, comma 9, dash. Pila ka double bond ato nakitaan?
Duha.
Duha.
Dai. In.
Dai-in.
Oh,
Uy,
dai-in.
kay na pa man pag triple band.
Triple
Asa na to
band.
makita sa
Sa 5. Sa
Five.
5.
5.
5, Y and E.
5.
Oh.
5 Y in E.
So, muna iyang pangalan sa parent chain. Deca 19-diene dash 5-ine. Karon, diri na pud ta unsay pangalan ani niya?
Asa na, ma'am?
Methyl. Ay,
Methyl.
Miss. And then, attachment man siya, we sumpay il. How
Mi-
about this? Kani siya. Unsay pangalan ani niya? Pila na siya ka-carbon?
Propel.
propyl.
Propel.
Oh, real. Kani siya.
Isobutane.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man.
Isopentane.
Isopentyl. How many attachments do we have? We have
3.
3 attachments. Now, let's
Three.
complete this with hydrogen. This is 2, so duha na lang po diyang kulang. This is already 3, so isa na lang iyang kulang. This is 3, so isa lang po diyang kulang. This is 2, 3, kinapaday sa taas. So, isa na lang. This is 2. So, duha na lang. This is also 2. And then, this is 3. This also has 3. Kani wala, kay upat na. Kani wala pod. Kani tulo na siya isa. Kani duha na siya duha. Kani tulo, isa na lang yung kulang. Kani na siya duha, so duha na lang pod yung kulang. Kani, kulangan sa og 1, 2, 3, wala na. Kani kulangan siya tulo. Kulangan siya tulo. Kulangan duha. And then kulangan og Adjust lang ha, mag-charge ko kay lobat ako laptop. So, and by the way, do not forget about your essay. Your grades are not yet done because physics na lang yung kulang.
Nakapasa, sir. Physics na wala pa.
Wala good.
Nice, very good.
Because ang pag-check, daghan kayo module din. Pag-check niya, dili basta-basta mag-check sa module. Labaw na
Ma'am,
calculations pag yun siya tanan.
Ma'am, namin sim break, ma'am mo.
Wala.
Naoy.
Wala lagi, Ben. So,
Quarter 3.
kinsay una natong ibutang nga attachment.
Methyl.
Asa makita si methyl nga carbon?
7.
7 dash methyl. Asa pag yun? Kinsa pa next nga? Propyl isomer.
Si pentyl.
Pentyl.
Asa makita si pentyl?
Sa 3.
3 dash isopentyl. Asa pag yun? Napabaylain?
Si propyl.
Asa makita si propyl?
Si 4 sa 4.
Plus 4.
4 propyl. Then, lastly, our napabaylain din ang attachment? Wala na. Wala na attachment, no? So, we have our
Parent chain.
deca dash 1, 9 dash diene dash 5 9. Any question?
None.
None. So since wala na may question, you can start answering the module 1, module 2, 3, and 4. Katong aliphatic hydrocarbon. I will give the molecules later para mag-answer na mo. Okay? So that would be all for this.
Ma'am.